We are all frequencies. We are all particles in wave function vibrating at individuated rates. Whatever we focus on becomes real, and here's the science to prove it. If you guys don't know me, my name is Tally, and I actually do help you vibe higher in all areas of your life because I understand how the mechanics of all this shit works, even after being burned spiritually for decades by bullshit. Let's go. First, if you go to sciencefocus.com, this is a great article about what the human body is made of. Brian Clegg, the author, has a background in experimental physics, has a popular science book, and has written a book that is fantastic for anybody who's new into the frequency space and trying to understand the body from a frequency perspective. What do you think you are? The science of what makes you you. The building blocks of everything. Flows of electrons create electrical currents, which, hello, what do you think frequencies are? In an electromagnetic field, which means that we are magnetic. We have known about electrons since the 1890s. We've known about the relationships of quarks and gluons since the 1960s. This is about particle wave function, the collapsing thereof, the observation thereof, the relationship between. These are frequencies. What later gets discussed is the chemical makeup of an atom, which is about 99.9999% empty space, or if you would like to call it, the void. Pure possibility and potential. This is the scalar field. This goes beyond Newtonian physics. So technically, we are magnetic, and we are frequencies, and we are emanating frequencies. In PubMed.gov, this article written in 1997 talks about the resonant frequencies of standing humans, which, supported by this document, is 62 to 68 hertz of independent mass, height, and mass to height ratio. This 5-year-old article talks about how the human body creates an electromagnetic field. If you actually subscribe to the science that we're all atoms, then you'll understand that, hello, every atom has its own electrical field. And when two atoms close together, they can mess around with the electric field of one another. And just to give you guys a few more receipts, let's go to the Gateway Process, which is a declassified document by the CIA. I plan on doing a whole series about this, but just for funsies, let's dive in. This document proves the fact that the government has been using astral projection, remote viewing, manifestation for years for psychological warfare for its benefit. It absolutely knows that frequency and consciousness are a real thing, and here we go. By the way, this document is fully available online and will be in the chat. The role of resonance, vibration, frequency following responses, basically how the brain hemispherically interacts with the role of resonance, consciousness and energy. For the sake of this video, to keep it short, I'm going to highlight Itzhak Bentov, which is a physicist. He wrote a book called Stalking the Wild, specifically speaking about and writing about the frequency and the hertz to which the body and the atoms vibrate, which is 10 to the power of 22 hertz, and then gives a range herein. Also see below that it goes on to talk about holograms, which I've said before, the brain is a holographic quantum processor. Go deeper into part 2, but we absolutely emanate frequency.